I'm going to show you how to use chart blocks. We already have a great chart template which is available to get you started. So let me show you how to recreate this page from scratch. The first thing we're going to do is add our top level metrics, and we're going to do that using a list block. So a simple list block like this one, for example, and all we're going to do is then strip out some of the information. First thing we want to do is select the base. Then we want to select the table. And then from here, I'm going to remove the inline filters. I'm going to remove the search. So we're just left with the list blocks. I'm also going to remove the See More label. And there we go. Next thing we want to do is remove the image. Don't need that. And we're going to remove the last text item. So all we're left is the header and the text. So for the header, I'm going to bring in the name. And for the text, we're going to bring in the values, which is under number. So we'll go ahead and we'll style that later on, but that's just brought in the top level metrics of our dashboard. The next step we want to bring in is the line chart. So we'll head back, look at what we're trying to recreate. And the next thing we want to bring in is the monthly reoccurring revenue growth. So let's jump back and we'll add a new block, and we're going to look for the chart block. That's under the dynamic tab and look for charts. From here we want to select an area chart. Once we've selected the area chart, again we want to select the base. Then we want to select the table. And I've set up a grid view for this, so I'll pull that through. So as you can see, going back to the Airtable base, this is where I've got it all set up. I've got the grid view here. I've got my MRR growth, I've got my site traffic. This is all the data we're going to be pulling through from Airtable, and I've created a number of different views for the different charts that I'm going to be using. So next thing we want to do is we want to select the X and Y axis to pull in the data. So for the X axis, I'm going to be bringing across the month and the monthly recurring revenue value for the Y axis. And that has recreated that just there. Next step is we want to add our next chart block. So let's jump across and check what we're going to bring back through. Next up is the marketing site traffic. And for that, we're going to use a bar chart. Again, select a new block, across the dynamic tab, select chart, and then we're going to pull across a bar chart this time. Select on the block itself, again, selecting the Airtable base. And now selecting the table. And then we want to again select the default view. And lastly, the X and Y axis. So we're going to bring in the traffic for the Y axis, and then month for the X axis. And that's just pulled that through as well now. So lastly, we're going to pull across a bar chart. So we can find the pie chart here. We're going to pull that through now onto our template. Adding a new block. Go to dynamic, select chart, and we're going to pull across the classic pie chart view. So again, select the base, select the table, and the default view. And then from here, we want to apply the different labels. So lastly, for the label, we're going to pull across the name. And then for the value, we want to pull across the number. And that's us created the template in a matter of minutes by pulling across the data from Airtable.